Good morning and good afternoon. I hope all of you are doing good. So I'm planning to have a few podcasts on different concepts which were requested by our YouTube followers. So today I'm talking about SAP Consultants. What I see, I started my career in 2011. 2011 December, I started almost December 22nd. My first implementation, I started working from April 2022. So today we're going to talk about what I see in SAP consultants, the opportunities, and different things in my experience, whatever I see it. Okay, so just my point of view and what I observed. So I'm going to share with all of you. So I hope it will be helpful and also it will be a good understanding for you how the evaluation is being happening in SAP and with real examples and all. I will try to cover maximum points which I come across in my career. So if you see about the consultant opportunities wise, 2011, I was working in Asian Paints in a color department, but it is linked to the production and we also take care about certain kind of inventory. I daily work on MM reports and reservation and production order confirmation. Certain areas I used to work. So during this point of time, 2010-9 it was completed and 2011 January February I started learning SAP MM. If you watch my complete journey of Ganesh Padala to become SAP consultant, you will understand better how did I become SAP consultant and all those details. So at that point of time, what I used to hear is somewhere 2001 2099, okay, when SAP was more evaluating in the world and even in India. What I heard from my colleagues and seniors, there are people like 2001, 2001, 2002, 2006, somewhere 2006, 2007, that 5 to 6 years of time. Uh, if anyone end user like who are working in production department or purchasing department or inventory finance, they have a good experience of 5 years or 4 years of good command of the business process. They know the accounting, how does the procurement happens and what are the auction bidding and how do they deal the vendors and what are the business requirements, all the good commanding on the business. Those people who are working in SAP as an end user, and if they learn SAP course and if they go for an interview, the companies use to hire those people. Although they have a basic knowledge of configuration and all, they easily get the jobs. Easily means not everyone is learning at that point of time. It's not something like 10 people are learning means 10 people are getting the jobs. Always one thing will play the role. The person who is learning sincerely, who is practicing. Okay, maybe the way of questions and the criticality of the evaluation, the filtration may be less in that point of time, but not everybody get the job, right? So what I had is during 2001 to 2006, that 4 5 years, many people got SAP jobs from domain, and they prepared, they practiced, and they did well in the interview. It's not that the 5 people, 10 people came for interview means all 10 got the job. So more chances people used to get the job. So I joined in 2008, my first job. I was using SAP, but I don't know that SAP has such a career and we can plan our career. All those stuff I don't have any kind of information on that. So in 2011 January, like I told you that when I decided to learn, I didn't announce to all the colleagues and all. We know the 3 4 people that I'm learning SAP MM, or they also came for that. Demo, and few people paid. After 4 5 classes or 10 classes they were disappeared. Sometimes when I interacted with few people in recent days, after they're watching our posts on YouTube or somewhere, and they were inspired and they used to mention that, Ganesh, I also, you remember that I also came to institute, but somewhere I dropped. I would have continued. We are happy to see you and all. So that time I joined, and but we have a negativity there, because from 2006 or 7 onwards, maybe 10 people are learning means not even one person is getting job. So what they told you, the level of interview questions are increased, and the people are not directly taking a domain employee. They are expecting some experience in real experience. Or if they want to take it as consider also, they're asking critical questions, not just like what is the transaction for purchase order, what is the transaction for material, okay, what is the P2P cycle. So it's kind of very basic questions. They're going little bit extra. They're asking some special procurement, or else why do your company has any Z transactions or Y transactions? Why did they go for that? Do you know? Do you have any idea? So such kind of a little criticality is increased, although they are trying as a freshers. So 2011, we with that environment, still I continued. I finished the course, and I also got a little bit 1 to 2 months of gap, different reasons. But I used to go to the institute, and where did I learn? And after the completion of my office, after 6:30, I used to go at 7:30 like that, and I spent some 1 hour 45 minutes to answer the queries of the freshers. Freshers, all are freshers, the new people who are learning at the stage of their at the org structure, master data. I used to answer for them. If they get some issue, I used to troubleshoot in that IDS system. I feel confident, and also I feel engaged with SAP. Not just I complete the course, only reading. People say like I'm preparing but not getting call. Yeah, I'm getting call, but they're not selecting. Why? Because you are not keeping sincere efforts towards your preparation. You're not running the scenarios in your IDS system. You're not keeping your own plant. Whenever sometimes you open, you try to use other people plant, and you don't do the practice. So see, a person continuously working in a company and he may work on 30-40% of SAP MM area as part of his regular tickets or regular business requirements. That person will forget many of MM things. You just imagine that you learn the course, you don't know much, and you didn't even practice much. Every day you're not spending enough time for your preparation. How can you expect whenever you get interview, you will give a huge performance, or you will give a better performance? We should think reality, right? Opportunity comes suddenly. At that time, you should be ready. It's not something that, okay, whenever interview comes, whenever people say calls are good, I will prepare. Then what you're doing, your achievement, like your target is to become SAP consultant, then you have to prepare sincerely, right? Daily 2 hours or 3 hours, you have to spend. Okay. So I used to get that one. Many people learned, but nobody got the job. Unnecessarily are wasting time and all. So somewhat I took serious, and I prepared. And as a fresher, first I got an TCS contract job in Lucknow. Okay, so even the package also little better, not little, it's better. Almost it is, I think 80% hike. I think so, 80, somewhere 80 to 90%. And same time, after 1 week or 10 days, I got job in Mumbai. It's a startup company, and according to the suggestions which I received is if you go to the startup, you will get an opportunity to work on implementation projects. Okay. See, again, I will tell you one more rumor that few people used to say like no more implementations in SAP. All implementations are completed. Only support projects are there, so not much opportunities. So this kind of negativity will always, rumors, off knowledge suggestions, you always hear it. You just imagine every year there are hundreds of new companies are established across the world. So the new companies will try to have a ERP. When they want to have an ERP, their revenue, everything is good, even mid-level company. At that point of time, they prefer to go for SAP. Or else 20 to 30% companies may go for different other things. So how can the people say like all implementations are completed? See, a baby stroller company is there, or else the baby diaper company and all. They cannot say like all kids are becoming growing, so no more my company has to close it. It's not like that, right? Every year new babies will come, their business will come. Every year new companies will be established, and even the big companies, like if you take a Reliance or Tata, if they start, they don't start like a small baby, right? They start like a branches in 6 cities or 5 cities with suddenly like 500 crores or 100 crores, whatever, like that they start. So immediately they need ERP. They cannot wait for until stabilization, until they get the profits. After 4 years, they go for ERP like that. Almost from the day one or in the few months itself, they start the implementation. So every year, new companies will come. These companies need an ERP to manage their business. There will be new implementations. So don't listen such kind of rumors. At that point of time, those rumors, as a lack of, as a fresher or someone, if we don't have any information, we feel fear. Oh, what will happen to the future? I didn't focus on my paint experience. I didn't prepare for any other things. I am depending, if I don't get the job, what will happen? Because we don't have confidence. But today I'm talking confidently. Even the people say like, what will happen to artificial intelligence? So you see, if anything comes, there will be new opportunities. Few people will lose the job. Some people will get the new job. So I just given a best example that now I'm in Singapore. So if you take it, I don't see no bus has a conductor. So it means almost conductors lost the jobs. But who got the job? Every bus has a four machines, the swiping machines. Four machines are there. The machines manufacturing company. Every bus four machines means if you take it 1,000 buses, 4,000 machines, and the machines will get repaired. There will be maintenance activity. There will be few maintenance engineers will come and maintenance, replacement, new making, new buses, new machines. So there is a new industry that machine making company has come, and they are giving few hundreds of people getting recruitment. If you are making, if you are assembly, and if you are working in production department, if you are working for the maintenance, IT. So the machines have the software inside that when the person is swiping at station A and he is getting down at station Y. So how much price we need to calculate. All these things are happening in the back end, that implementation by a IT company. And if it gets any issues, any software issues or any other bugs, sometimes it is swiping, and why also it is charging less amount, that issues fixing, there will be an AMS support. So there is something new, people, those people are getting the jobs, right? So everywhere anything evaluation comes, maybe 100 people job may become 80, or 100 people job may become 50. That numbers may be changing, but we will be getting new opportunities. So until you are well aware about your business process and you are in a position to learn and adopt change, you don't have to worry about what is going to happen. So like I mentioned, that 2011 to 16, we used to see that SAP consultant means SAP ECC consultant. Whether you can decide whether it is SAP MM or SAP WM or SAP warehouse management, part of SAP WM equal to SAP warehouse management. It can be SAP finance, sales and distribution. You just need to choose the module and learn and get the job. And after working for 4 or 5 years, if you want to work on something technical, or if you want to change the new module, you can learn a new module, and you can request that I want to work on extended warehouse management, or also I want to work on transportation management. So mostly SAP ECC and this SCM box used to be there for this EWM, SNC, APO. Okay. So mostly 11 to 16 used to mostly I hear about SAP ECC consultants. From 16, almost from 15 onwards, it started for simple finance. It was started 1510. Later, from 2016 onwards, we started hearing the word called S4 HANA. 16 to till 21, beginning of 22, we used to hear two types. One is SAP ECC consultants, SAP S4 HANA consultants. So there are two types of jobs: ECC consultants for the support, ECC consultants for the very few implementations which were happening during that point of time, 16 to 21, less ECC implementations. S4 HANA implementations are quite increasing, and few companies ECC to S4 migration. So they are expecting people who can understand ECC and also S4, so that if it is a brownfield, they can put efforts for that, how to migrate those programs to S4 HANA, what is the impact and what kind of improvement they can do. So all those can be done if you have a good knowledge in ECC also. So 11 to 21, we are hearing these things, 16 to 21. So finally, if you see from 22 to present. So 22 to present, we are hearing about S4 HANA public cloud, S4 HANA private cloud, S4 HANA on-premise. So if you take it there will be in the future, you will get a role like S4 HANA public cloud consultant is required, public cloud procurement, private cloud procurement, or on-premise inventory consultant, or warehouse management. So all these things are going to be available from now in the future. So you can see that one, right? Earlier only ECC, later ECC and S4. Now in S4 we have three categories. ECC jobs are still available because many companies are thousands of companies still using ECC and they need maintenance and all. Maybe 6 more years you will still see that ECC openings here and there. 2027 you will have more. After 27 to 30 you will have a medium. Maybe after 30 you will see 95%, 90%. You may not see any ECC openings. Most of the companies will start migrating. In the next 6 years, most of the companies will be migrated. The percentage we need to see the reality, how much percentage of companies are converted to S4HANA. Okay? Because ECC is going to be official, the free support will be started in 2027, and then 27 to 30, there is some paid support is there. Is there any amendments based on the volume of ECC companies at that point of time? SAP can take a call whether they may extend anything or else they will stick to the existing thing. That is based on number of ECC companies are still available in the market and other parameters. SAP can consider those things. So that's about you have now public cloud. You will get only public cloud consultant they need it, or only private cloud consultant they need it. We will get that kind of opportunities also. So this is about from 2011 to present, how different kind of opportunities and how we are evolving. Okay, let's talk about this within SAP Consultants. As of now, we have seen about the opportunities. Now we will talk about salaries. So salaries wise, I think I can say like before COVID, after COVID, that could be a good example of segregation. So before COVID, mostly I see that your IT relevant experience. For example, you have 5 years experience in SAP. In India, I'm talking about now. Yeah, this is for India. I cannot talk about multiple other countries. So because based on different parameters, it will be changing. Let's talk about India. So this earlier topic was mainly for everyone, it is applicable. And now what I'm talking about the salaries point of view, uh, it is applicable for India. So India, before COVID, I used to see that if you have a 5 years of experience, your annual package may be around 10 to 14. So hardly 2 to 2.5 times. If you did very well job in interview, or else the position has a good payment, so they may give you better hike irrespective of your present salary. And few people play this multiple offer game, right? So like they keep offer company A, and they got 11 lakh. After that, they will tell that company B that I have 11 lakh offer already. If you give me 14, then only I will join. Maybe those things mostly increased after COVID, I believe. Before COVID, it is very less. So you can say like 2 to 2.5 times. 2.5 means very high kind of a thing you used to get it. After COVID, what happened? If you have 6 years of experience, easily you will get 18 lakh package. So I can see that 3 times has become quite common, like how 2 times was common before COVID. Very few people are getting 4 times, 3.5 times also based on the budget of that role and based on that at that point of time, how much urgency was available for the company or for the respective consultant is required on urgent basis to execute the project without having any impact to the business. There could be a different parameters can play the role from 3 to 4, but 3 times it looks quite common now. If you have 6 years of experience, easily you will get 18 lakh package. And based on the different things, like you may get 24, 25, 28, 26, maybe somewhere in that area. 4 times you can say. This is about the salary structure, what we see. Okay. So what else major evaluations I saw in this duration? That's coming to on-site opportunities. On-site or foreign opportunities, that again I have to tell before COVID, after COVID. Before COVID, for example, even I saw in our company and the neighbor companies and neighbor our students or friends who are working in different countries and all. So if you see that 10 consultants are working before COVID, okay, 10 consultants are working in a team, we see hardly 7 to 8 people are in Singapore. For example, I'm working in Singapore. So if you use anywhere, 7 to 8 people, and maybe 1 or 2 people, we used to have some technical people we used to have from India or somewhere. But after COVID, I saw that one. At onsite has become almost 2 to 3 people or 4 people. 6 people are outsourced. Like we are from India, different countries they are working. So this may happen for different countries. The number may be different, but what we can say at a high level, earlier on-site people percentage is reduced after COVID because the COVID taught us IT can be handled, consultant can work from home. So, and also during that COVID time, visa challenges and traveling challenges. So, a lot of companies from US, UK, Singapore, and Australia, these all kind of countries have increased the outsourcing from India. So that is the one of the reasons why the salaries are increased after COVID. That could be one of the reasons. And second reason, work from home has reduced the expenses occurred like company used to spend for the employee. It can be the sitting arrangement, the power, internet, coffee, or transportation. All these expenses have reduced. So that can be companies would have put that amount for the salary wise. That could be one reason. And the main reason is a lot of outsourcing because a company is paying for the salary in the foreign country. They may get around 2 to 3 people in India for the similar experience, similar expertise. At that point of time, they're easily giving that 1.5 times like that. They're giving to 1.5 times of salary, you can say. They're giving to the company. So company is paying little high and taking the candidates in India. So that could be one of the key reasons after COVID why salaries are increased. Outsourcing, one thing, and second thing, the expenses also could be one reason. Okay. And also always there will be after few years salary corrections happen in any industry. That also could be one of the reasons why the salaries were increased. So on-site wise, we have less opportunities compared to before COVID. So either the company is sending on-site like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, these companies used to send to Europe, UK, Singapore, US, any countries. That also reduced. And directly people used to get the jobs in foreign. That also reduced across all the countries. It is happened after COVID. Okay. So these are the main evaluations, the technology wise, yes, for HANA and opportunities wise. And even that why the end users are not getting that much opportunities now, because a lot of people are completing graduation in a good colleges and companies are hiring them in campus selections. So based on if they're mechanical or some kind of a thing, they're randomly based on the pool, they're keeping certain people selected for MM or SD, WM, ABAP like that. So these people are filling off of the jobs. Okay. So when it comes to the market, the end users are being considered, but compared to 2000 to 2010, the percentage is more, and 10 to 20 was reduced, and 20 to 2030 even reduced. So that is also one of the reasons we can say. So this is the different evaluations I saw, and see, always one thing I can understand. You decided to change your career. You decided to learn certain module. It can be MM or SD or FI. And see, you spent 4 years for your graduation and 2 more years for post-graduation and a lot of time for different things. Why can't you sincerely put 5 months, 6 months, I want to learn, not just for sake of words, not just for reading interview questions, practice. Take the system, run the scenario, and imagine the business process, what you are learning, what the trainer, like in my videos or any videos, what you are watching, how is explaining how the business process happens. So how the material will be transferred, what kind of tax will be paid, what is input tax, what is output tax. So what is shipping charges, what is use of shipment, what is the shipping point, all these kind of things. If you understand and learn, practice, then I'm sure that you will not say that I prepared but no jobs, that market, this market. See, in 2011 also, the in our class itself, 18 people or 16 people used to be there. Okay, always at least 12 people were there. So many people are telling still reasons only. I learned, but there are no calls. So just you are cheating yourself if you are telling someone that I'm preparing very hard, but not getting calls, or I'm getting called, but I'm not clearing interview. Although I'm preparing, the interview questions are tough. When can be tough? They are not asking something out of the cloud, right? So they are asking from your course. If you're not preparing properly, you're not practicing, then you are cheating yourself. Nobody will face the pain. You will face the pain later. Your parents or your wife or your husband, whatever, like your family members may feel the pain if you're cheating yourself. You put sincere efforts, then definitely the result will come. I never see anyone who is sincere preparing and not getting the jobs. The percentage is very less, maybe different other parameters. So don't cheat yourself and prepare well. I hope in this podcast you have seen the SAP journey and different things I try to cover. And if you missed, if anyone expert or any senior member have seen this podcast, you can you can share your comments, any additional points that will be helpful to all the members. Thanks to all of you. If you came to our channel for the first time, click on subscribe button. Still 44,000 people are visiting our YouTube channel every month, but around 21,000 only subscribed. There are 23 more thousand can be joined soon in our YouTube family. So please subscribe. And if you have certain kind of requirement, put as a comment. I will try to do my best. And your blessings. I was keeping a post today on YouTube community. I never received any award from SAP. I never received any award from YouTube. My awards and rewards are your love, your comments, your support by sharing our videos, and your likes and comments, mainly the comments. When you're giving an appreciation and when you're giving a message that our videos helped for your job, or our videos are helpful for your preparation, that makes more motivation to me. Keep motivating me by sharing, by liking, by commenting, by subscribing our channel. Let's meet with another podcast. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.